Happy New Year! Hey guys, Happy New Year! We're gonna welcome all the new subscribers to the Fit Couple Cooks family.
If you're new, don't forget to hit that little bell to turn your notifications on. Today we're gonna show you how to meal prep a full week of vegan meal prep in just 1 hour.
That's right. We're gonna show you our 4 epic vegan recipes. For breakfast, we have banana muffins. And for our mains, we have Steph's curry, rice and beans, and the 15-minute one-pot meal prep.
This will be in the same style as our book, where we give you a meal prep day action plan where we show you how to meal prep everything together, the breakfast and the 3 mains, so that you can cycle through the week and you won't get bored.
So, let's get started.
So to start, we're gonna put the quinoa and the rice up to boil. Now the rice is gonna be divided in 2 because some of it is for the curry and some of it is for the
Rice and beans.
Rice and beans. We're gonna add 3/4 of a cup of quinoa and 2 cups of water. Give it a stir and put the heat on high. Now we're gonna use a big pot because we're gonna make the entire meal in this one pot. Now take a medium saucepan, put it on your back burner. You're gonna add 1.5 cups of brown rice and 3.5 cups of water. Give it a stir, put the heat on high, and bring to a boil. And don't forget to put on your lids.
Now we're going to dice the zucchinis. We're going to set some aside for the curry and some aside for the one pot. Now the quinoa is boiling. We're going to give it a stir. Lid back on. And we're going to turn it down on low. For the original one pot recipe, we used black beans, but because we're doing rice and beans for the full week, we decided to change it up. You can use whatever beans you like. Today we're going to put butter beans, or you can stick with the black beans. Once the rice is boiling, take off the lid. You're going to give it a stir. Lid back on and turn down to a simmer. Cook until all the water has been absorbed. Take the lid off the quinoa. You can see that almost all the water has been absorbed. It's exactly what you want. The quinoa is almost cooked. But now we're going to add all the vegetables in. So we're going to go straight in with the zucchini we cut up. We're going to add in 1/4 cup of olive oil and we're going to give that a stir. Next we add in salt and pepper. Add 2 cups of marinara sauce. Add in the Kalamata olives.
Yum.
And then we're going to stir it all together. It'll take about 30 seconds to start boiling again. When you see it's boiled, give it a stir. And now we want to cook it with the lid off for about 5 to 6 minutes. As you can see now, you've got a hard boil going. We're going to give it a stir. Zucchini now is cooked. And we're going to add in our beans. And we're going to add in our spinach. And now we can turn the heat off and stir it all together. You don't want to overcook the spinach. Just chuck it in there and the heat from the quinoa will just wilt it down. Beautiful. And that's done.
To make more room on the stove, we're gonna directly place the food in the meal prep containers and let it cool down.
To finish one pot, we're going to roughly chop the almonds. Now just divide evenly among the containers. Now the rice is done, take off the lid, give it a stir. Beautiful. Turn off the heat, let it cool down. Now we're going to dust up the onions and garlic for the rice and beans and Steph's curry. So now we're going to set 1/3 of the garlic aside for the rice and beans. And the rest of it's going to go in for the curry. So half of this is going to be for the rice and beans and half is going to be for the curry. So I'm going to start with the rice and beans one, which are going to be given a dice. And this one is going to be for the curry. Nice long slices. Beautiful. In a wok, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. Turn the heat on high. Now the coconut oil is melted, we're going to add in the onions and the garlic. Stir it all together. Let these cook and let's dice a carrot. Mix it all together. Now we'll cut the green beans. And now go straight into the wok. Mix it all around. Then you add in the zucchini we cut earlier. Stir it all together. Let that cook while we cut the mushrooms and tofu. Straight into the wok. Stir it together. Now onto the tofu. Before you cut your tofu, you want to get rid of some of the water in there. So just pat it down with a paper towel. You don't want to squish down too hard to squash it, but you do want to get some of the water out. Now we're just going to cut it in half. Beautiful. And then we're just going to make it into cubes. Easy as that, guys. And go straight in with the tofu. Now we're going to rinse and drain the chickpeas. Straight in we go. Stir together. Now to make the curry sauce for Steph's curry, we're going to add coconut milk or coconut cream. It's up to you which one to use, but make sure you shake the can really well before you put it in, otherwise it's going to be all lumpy when you chuck it in.
Fan favorite.
Fan favorite. Steph's curry is definitely a fan favorite. Secret spices are 1 teaspoon of curry powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin, and 1 teaspoon of turmeric. Don't forget salt and pepper. And then mix it all together. Turn the heat down to a simmer and let it cook for about 5 minutes.
If you're a beginner meal prepper and you are overwhelmed at the thought of cutting and cooking at the same time, then it's best for you if you just cut up all the vegetables in advance and put them all in the same order that we did, just letting them cook for a little bit between each ingredient.
Now it's been simmering for about 5 minutes. We're just going to give it a final stir. Turn off the heat and push it to the back. Cool down.
Onto the muffins.
Preheat the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 degrees Celsius.
Hang in there, guys. We're halfway done. We are almost to the end of your full week of food. So now we're gonna make your breakfast, which is banana muffins. We're gonna peel and mash 3 bananas. These muffins are great to have on hand. Perfect for company or just a light snack. When you try them, you won't even believe that they have no dairy and no added sugar. Next, mix in 1/4 cup of melted coconut oil. Now that that's incorporated, add all of the dry ingredients. 1/2 cup of arrowroot flour, 1 cup of almond flour, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and finally 1/2 cup of oats. Mix it all together. Grease each muffin well with some coconut oil, and then divide the mixture evenly. Place in your oven, set a timer for 18 minutes.
For the final dish, we're going to finish off the rice and beans. So to a pan, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. Once coconut oil is melted, add in the onions and the garlic. Stir them together. Now let that cook while we go drain the black beans. Go straight in with the black beans. Stir it together. Tear in a few leaves of coriander.
Or cilantro.
Or cilantro for the Americans. Salt. Pepper. And 1/4 cup of water. Stir it together. Turn down to low and cook for about 10 minutes. While the beans are cooking, we're going to make the guacamole and the salsa. To start, we're going to dice half a red onion. Divide the onion evenly into 2 bowls. Next, we're going to cut up 2 tomatoes. Put all the tomatoes into 1 bowl.
Salsa.
Salsa. Now we're going to cut the jalapeno. Of course, the seeds can be left in or out, up to you. And I love the seeds, so I'm going to keep them in.
And if you're a baby like me, this is totally optional.
Totally optional, but it does give a nice little kick to the salsa. I generally just put chilies and peppers in food so Steph doesn't get to eat them. Here we go, in with the jalapenos. Now we're going to cut up the avos. Avos, mate, have an avo. Add the avocado to the bowl with the onions. Now we're going to add half of a lemon. Of course, you could use a lime if you like. Oh yeah. Add salt and pepper. Add a tablespoon of olive oil and mash it all up. Look at that. Now to finish off the salsa, we're going to dice up some cilantro. Beautiful. Here we go. We're going to add 1 tablespoon of olive oil, salt, pepper. Now mix it all together. It's so fresh and clean. Look at this. Beautiful.
Hey.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
Now come back over to the beans, you can turn it off, it's done, stir it together, and now it's time to plate everything up.
You can check the description box below for the ingredients, macros, and the storage and reheating directions.
Now for Steph's curry, we're going to put half a cup of cooked rice into each container. And divide the curry evenly among the containers. Now for the rice and beans, we're going to add half a cup of rice to each container. Then divide the beans evenly among the containers. Now do the same for the salsa and the guacamole. And garnish with a quarter of a lime.
Ta-da!
Once the timer goes off, take out the muffins. Ah, beautiful. Oh wow. So the easiest way to get them out is to grab a wire rack, pop it on top, and then go 1, 2, 3, go. Ooh. Now it should all just come out. Easy as that, guys.
Oh wow.
Beautiful.
Look at that.
Flip them over and let them cool. Store the muffins, you can put them in a milk container or you can just pop them into a Ziploc bag. Ooh. Ooh. Easy as that.
Depending on how many calories you need to eat in a day, this is how this meal plan will work for you. If your goal is around 1,500 calories, then you should eat 2 muffins in the morning and choose 2 of your main meals out of the 3 main meals that we made. You can also add in some snacks if you need to eat more like 1,700 or 1,800 calories. That will last you 6 days. Now if you need to eat more like 2,100 calories, you're going to eat 3 breakfast muffins and all 3 of the meals every single day, which will last you 4 days. And again, you can of course add in some snacks if you need to eat more than 2,100 calories. If you're still not totally sure how many macros you should be eating in a day, we have created an amazing spreadsheet for you to check out, and you can click in the description box below to find the link for that macro spreadsheet.
Easy as that, guys.
Smash that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this new 6 full days of meal prep video.
That's right, and if you like the 6 days, you can go grab our book, because that's exactly how it is in the book.
For those of you who don't know yet, we have a support page on Facebook called the Fit Couple Cooks Fit Fam, and it's an awesome, encouraging community that we're building. So make sure to head on over there and join that page and get involved in the community.
And guys, make sure to keep up to date with us on social media, because we are posting all the dates for our tour. The tour is almost finalized.
Yay.
It's been real exciting, guys. We're gonna get out and see all of you.
I'm gonna see all of you.
Give you nice hugs. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Namaste.
Where's your butt? Wow, nice butt.
Excuse me?
Show everybody how they need to squat when they bend down to get something. Go. Okay, but what should they not do? Look at that wedgie. What should they not do? Oh yeah, let's reach into that cupboard. Oh yeah. And that, my friends, is how you end up with a bad back.